The older I get, the more I find myself muttering the words, things were better the way they were. And that is most certainly the case, as when DJI launched this guy, the little Mavic Mini, they also launched a new streamlined version of a app, the DJI Fly App. Before that we had the DJI Go 4 app, which was incredibly useful, but was quite cluttered, whereas DJI wanted to make it a bit more simple when they launched this guy. And one of the major features that everybody liked of the early versions of the Fly app is finally here again. So what I'm going to do is explain in this video exactly what it is, and most importantly why you should possibly exercise caution before you actually install this update. So let's get into it. So this app can be installed 3 different ways. First of all, if you open up the DJI Fly app on 1.6.10, you will get a prompt on screen along with the release notes, or of course you can go to the DJI Fly app and download it manually if you wish, or indeed you can always go to my own Google Drive if you're an Android user. Link will be in the video description, because what I'm about to tell you in this video, you might want to go back to the previous version. So early adopters of the DJI Mavic Mini will know that the earlier version of the app had a real cool feature. It had a feature where if you took a photo or video, it would automatically sync straight to your phone's device album. And I just found that was absolutely so useful. Now later on down the line along came this. This is of course the DJI Mini 2, and of course the DJI Fly app started to support the DJI Mavic Air 2, and then later the Air 2S, and of course the Mini 3, etc, etc. And DJI actually switched away from that feature where the app would actually sync the photo or video straight to your phone gallery. What it would actually do is create, and what most people are actually used to, an app album. And then if you wanted to actually have the file on your device, you needed to manually download that file to your device, which was of course just another step. Well, today DJI have launched a new version of their Fly app. This is version 1.6.12, version 1600, and I'm specifically talking about Android devices for this one. And if we look at the release note, you will see we have got the removed app album. Files downloaded from the aircraft will be directly saved to DJI album in system photo library on mobile device. And I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So first of all, having a good look through the app, there is no additional features at this stage. Now I am aware there is a firmware update, and this app update also does support the RC Pro controller being able to be used with the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which is of course great news, and I will cover that in a completely separate video. But for this video I wanted to concentrate on the masses. So let's put the drone up in the air then, and all we simply need to do is put the drone up, take a photo, which I'll do right now. Now we've taken that photo, all we need to do is hit that gallery button. You will see at the top, and I will just pause it so you can see exactly what's going on. The photo is automatically syncing, and now it says you can see it is syncing to the phone album. Now for some bizarre reason, unlike what it used to do where the DJI Fly app will put an album on your actual phone which said DJI, on my device anyway, it simply puts it into my camera gallery. So all I need to do is back out the DJI Fly app, go to my photos on my Android device, and straight away you will see that photo we have just taken. We didn't actually press anything, no manual download, it just automatically put that on your device. So easy if you want to just then share it straight to social media, or of course stick it into some sort of editing app like Snapseed or anything like that. Now I think this feature is just absolutely fantastic, and like I say, it really does go back to the days of the DJI Mavic Mini, and I'm so happy that they have now got this on the DJI Fly app for absolutely everybody. But wait, Gavin, you said at the beginning of this video that I should exercise caution. Well, this seems a really good feature, so why should I be wary? Well, previously when DJI launched their fix for Android 12 issues where the DJI Fly app was crashing, they launched version 1.6.12, but an earlier build version. After they launched that, they then came out with 1.6.10, which is weird. They sort of went backwards in numbers, and everything was working absolutely fine. But one of the main features of the previous 1.6.12 is the fact that the flight logs were not syncing whatsoever. And unfortunately, despite the fact that we have got this cool new feature of the photos you take with a drone such as the DJI Mini 2 or any of the drones that use the Fly app, unfortunately that issue is actually back, and the 1.6.12 version of the app is no longer syncing the flight logs. This is of course my personal experience. iOS users might have a completely different experience. It might work for you, but certainly my device, which is here for Android, it's not syncing whatsoever. You can see the synced flight from today, and that's when I went back to DJI Fly 1.6.10 just to make sure that I wasn't seeing things and that it was actually syncing on that version. So please do exercise caution, because of course any flights you may do with this new version, unfortunately it is not going to sync, or there's going to be no record of it whatsoever. Now, I have been doing a good flight with this drone, well actually two drones, because I've been taking the Mavic Mini out as well, and ultimately as far as I'm concerned the app does appear stable for me and everything does appear to be working. Like as mentioned previously, apart from the long-standing issue on the DJI Mini 2 where for some reason the advanced gimbal settings, the aircraft yaw rotation speed cannot be reset, the button doesn't work, but everything else seems to be working as it should. But of course, like I said, I would very much exercise caution and potentially skip this one, because I would imagine that very, very shortly DJI are going to launch a new version which of course will fix the flight log error. So that wraps up this video. Let me know what you think of this new but old feature, whatever, and let me know any other experiences you have with this version of the DJI Fly app. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up if you found it useful, subscribe if you're not already, and see you again soon.